Hi.
Good evening. My name is Joshua Grozier. I'm taking speech 1315 this semester, and I'll be demonstrating to you how to solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula and explaining parabolas. So you may be thinking, well, what are those words he just said? I don't want to listen to them because they're big words. Well, quadratic equations are one of the equations that we have to solve in math, and without quadratic equations, we wouldn't have famous structures that we have today, such as the Golden Gate Bridge. Those are based off quadratic equations, and quadratic equations on a graph then make up parabolas. So the Golden Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge, so the kind of shape of a U resembles a U shape. That's a parabola. So the quadratic equation we were working with today is x squared minus 18x plus 32 equals 0. And the quadratic formula, which to me is the easiest method of solving quadratic equations, is x equals negative open parentheses b close parentheses plus minus square root symbol, and inside the square root symbol is open parentheses b close parentheses squared minus 4 open parentheses a close parentheses open parentheses c close parentheses, and all this information is divided by 2 open parentheses a close parentheses. And your a, b, and c are just numerical coefficients to represent numbers in the quadratic equation. So the way you find your numbers, your a, b, and c, is just like in the alphabet. A goes first, b comes second, c comes third. So your a will be x. Well, with the x, if there's no number in front of here, it's always 1. So if you're working with quadratic equations, you can either draw the 1 or just remember that it's there. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 18, and c is equal to 32. So then we're just going to plug our information into the quadratic formula. And so then if you have a calculator, you want to put this in directly how it looks. And so I've already calculated all this, and so all this mumbo jumbo right here is equal to a positive of 14. And so then to finish the solving, you gotta put x equals, and then you just take this right here and move it down. So this negative times this negative equals a positive 18, and you pick one of your symbols right here. So plus 14 divided by 2. And so all this is equal to x equals 16. So there's the first one. And then we got to do the exact same thing because we have this minus sign left. So it's x equals 18 minus 14 divided by 2. And then x is equal to 2. So there we go. That's how we solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. So we have x equals 16 and x equals 2. Thank you for your time and have a beautiful evening.
We're still here learning algebra.